In this section, you're going to learn on how to train your telemarketing reps and your appointment setters. You're going to receive a copy of this PowerPoint presentation. Go ahead and rewrite it to fit your business needs. What you're going to hear me do is you're going to hear me talk as if I'm teaching and going over this packet with my own personal telemarketing reps and appointment setters. So let's get started. Hey guys, again, welcome to this orientation. Let me start by telling you a little bit about the job description and what we're expecting, right? So we have a telemarketing position open, so it's a telemarketing representative. The overview of the job is to phone clients and offer them an opportunity for business growth by scheduling one-on-one strategy sessions. The special function of jobs are very basic, again, reading telephone and zip code directories, call prospects, prospective customers by operating telephone equipment, influence customers to opt into our sales funnel by offering strategy sessions by using a prepared sales script, and answer specific questions to confirm and record names, addresses, and email addresses and phone numbers, maintain operations by following policies and procedures, reporting needed changes to your assigned supervisor, and contribute to team efforts by accomplishing related results as needed. Qualifications for the job. Again, you would report to your assigned supervisor. Qualifications for the job are high school graduate, excellent verbal communication skills, excellent listening skills, must have emotional stamina to be at your best with each client, must be result driven, persistent, great customer service skills, prospecting skills, be willing to sit and actually research the people you're going to talk to. Let sales motivate you and learn how to handle rejection. Always be professional and have a great knowledge of your product. And what we're going to, the training required, which we will go over in this packet, is how to overcome objections, right? Using scripts to ask the right questions. Learn the core values of the company, very important. You can't speak to people about your business if you don't know it yourself. How to handle client problems and what to do in case of an emergency. So let's talk a little bit about job compensation, right? So performance appraisal, we're going to do a quarterly and annually appraisal. The compensation is a base commission, 1099 form, so that means you're an independent contractor. The commission structure is a $25 per completed appointment set. And number two is $50 per sales made off that appointment. So pretty much you come in and you set an appointment for $25. That's it. When I go and sell after that, when I go sell the deal that you made the appointment on, you get $50 for doing nothing but setting the appointment. So that's a great deal, isn't it? I apologize if you hear my baby in the background. He's crying. Babies will be babies, but the job must continue. So let's keep going. The alternate compensation would be $25 raise per sale made after 90 days. So you do a 90-day review. You must exceed the sales quota that we have in place for you, which we'll go over, and you get an additional $25 per sales made. So that means you now get $75 for the sale, and you don't have to do anything but set the appointment. Fully paid company cruise for 2 people 2 times per year. To get this, you must surpass the sales quota 3 out of the 6 months to qualify. Additional is a $100 bonus for every 10 qualified appointments made. And then you have other opportunities to make money in the fashion of friendly competitions at work, just bonuses for Christmas, and so on and so forth. Mission statement is to provide our customers with the safest, most effective, up-to-date sales and marketing program. 5 core value: integrity. Don't lie, be honest. Accountability. Take responsibility for your own actions. Diligence. Careful and persistent work is always key to success. Perseverance. Don't let obstacles hold you back from your goals. And discipline. Set goals, set time frames, and be your own worst critic. By using all these 5 core values, if you implement this into your business, into your work, you will be successful. So here's a projected 5-year vision In our first year, we want to have a Tampa Bay location, which we have right now, with an annual revenue of $1 million. Let's skip forward 2 years. In our third year vision, we want to have 2 locations, one in Tampa, one in North Carolina, with a working no more than 20-30 hours per week, with an annual revenue of $5 million. And in our 5th year, we're looking to grow big. We want to have 3 locations, one in Tampa, one in North Carolina, one in Boston, working only 20 to 30 hours per week, with an annual revenue of $10 million. So our sales expectations. We're expecting you to make 25 calls per hour. The appointments per day would be a minimum of 2. And the people entered into our sales funnel will be 8 per hour. So of the 25 calls you make per hour, we're expecting you to put 8 into the sales funnel. And we're expecting you to get 2 appointments minimum per day. Garbage appointments must have an 80% conversion rate. And setting quality appointments, which would be a client who shows up for an appointment, is a must. You do not get paid for a client who does not show up for the appointment you set. There'll be a 30-day group evaluation and a 90-day individual evaluation. So be easy. I hear you asking, how can I be easy to deal with? Well, business owners are very busy and their time should be respected. Know what you want to say and what you want to talk about before you even walk in. And here are several little ways on how to make a better impact. So your email signature, your voicemail, your business card should all have the same number and email to make yourself consistently easy to reach. When handing off written information about your product, or when talking over the phone about it, make sure your product information is detailed and clear to understand. You never want to leave your prospective client with any unanswered questions. Creating a pricing chart with different packages really helps. Again, make sure your prospective clients completely are question free. And never stop searching for new ways to be creative, but always be simple and easy to deal with. What do we do, and how do we help our prospects, right? Or an online marketing consulting firm. We help prospects with their lead generation, lead capture, lead nurture. We take this and we help them convert more sales. We help them maximize their clients, and we set up their metrics and analytics so they can then turn around and know exactly what we're doing for them and how it's working. So the business success principles. Number 1, personal responsibility. Take active responsibility for your success because nobody else can do it for you. Follow the damn instructions. We spent tons and tons of money and time in making sure what we do and the process that we take work. So don't try to reinvent the wheel. Just follow the damn instructions. Number 3, your goals. Know what you stand for, why it's important to you, where do you want to go, and how are you going to get there. Setting goals for yourself is a key structure in becoming a great telemarketer or an appointment setter, Number 4, value. By providing quality value, price becomes completely irrelevant. Well, you're the first person people are going to speak with. So that value of being polite, being kind, knowing what you're talking about, showing that you have something to give them in value. When they come to me and I have to sell them, at that point, you've set quality value. I can build upon that, and at that point, price becomes completely irrelevant. And always know your numbers. Okay, if you know your numbers, know what you're supposed to get paid, know how many calls you've made, this will help limit the amount of mistakes happening in the long run. Details are key to success. Keeping detailed notes of each interaction with your prospect. Keeping these notes will not only help you create the perfect marketing plan, build you a detailed client database. Having a detailed database will help sales start to come more frequently and more easily. So what type of detailed notes do you keep? Well, what kind of marketing are they doing? Have they tried services like ours before? And what if during the conversation it goes off topic and all of a sudden you start talking about maybe something you saw on the sports channel, right? Maybe baseball. Keep notes about who their favorite team is. When did they budget? Well, when did they do their budget? You know, do you know what their budget is? Who makes the final decision when it comes time to marketing purchases? Who are they currently working with? If not us, then who, right? I think that's very, very important to know and ask them. Then if you work with these people, how can we gain your business? And what are their favorite hobbies? Again, if you go off topic, maybe you talk about fishing. Maybe fishing is their hobby. Well, next time you come along, all these notes will help you build a warmer, maybe an icebreaker for next conversation, and it'll give you a better chance for success. Rehearsal creates winners. Getting a business owner on the phone, cornered in an elevator, or you catch them before they get in their car is the easy part. But what you do from then, that 1 minute you have can be the difference between a huge payday or nothing. A well-rehearsed telemarketer can say more in 1 minute than most can say in 7 to 10 minutes. As a telemarketer, you become the voice of the company. You are the first person our future clients will hear from. Every word you say, the tone in which you use it, will get a specific response from a prospect. If you choose a different tone or word, you'll get a different response for the exact same question. By being well rehearsed and knowing your product, you can rest assured no questions will have been unanswered when your prospect hands up the phone. At this point, winging it should never be in your repertoire. Before you pick up the phone to dial Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you should follow a few easy, very simple steps. Know which scripts you want to use and make sure you know them well. How do you want to start the conversation? Right? I think that's very important. How are you going to break that ice? Write down all possible answers to your questions so you can have every and any answer ready for them before they even ask it. Having a few objection scripts written and rehearsed will separate you and make you the best telemarketer around. Make sure you put some time every day to practice your scripts and your sales pitch. Practice not only helps you with what you want to say, but also helps you know more about your business and how to sell it. Practice your phone calls with your loved ones, with your friends, or even with your own answering machine. Ask your family, some opinions on how you sound, or listen to your own machine and be your own worst critic. The most important question you should ask yourself after you hear yourself over an answering machine is, would I buy from me? If you would have hung up halfway through, then maybe we need to reconfigure how you want to speak when you leave a message or when you talk to a prospect. How to sound natural. Sounding like a salesperson is exactly what you don't want in today's sales world. People are very well educated and know what a typical salesperson sounds like. I just heard you asking a question. So how do I keep this from being me, right? Well, number one, be rehearsed and know your product. I can't say this enough, so I put it again. Be rehearsed and know your product. Number two, Dale Carnegie once wrote, "Remember that a man's name is the sweetest and most important sound in any language." So be kind, use your prospect's first language. Be polite at all times. If you speak with a gatekeeper, be polite to them too. You never know when that gatekeeper might be the one to help you get your foot through the door. Number four, time is money. So be short. Don't talk about something you know nothing about. And listen, and get to know your prospect. If you ask a person what brings you into the car market, they'll tell you their life story about why they're buying a car, what happened to them in the past with their car, how many cars they've had, and what they're looking for. This gives you almost all the answers you need, right? So listen, and the prospect will tell you what they want and what they need. So the keys to getting your foot in the door, and what I'm about to tell you is reality. If you can't deal with this, then this business is not for you. There is no secret word, phrase, or script. If you're expecting to pick up the phone, dial a prospect, read a script, and you're going to get a sale and appointment right away, this business is not for you. These scripts do not exist. No will become a common theme. It takes 7 no's from one prospect before you get that one yes on average. So go back to the core values and be persistent, and the deals will come. And be a pro when handling brush-offs. Getting a yes is clear results of how well you handle the no's. And as you go, as you become a better telemarketing representative, you will see those 7 no's every time you talk to maybe 4 no's. And hopefully maybe 2 no's, to where possibly you make that one phone call where it's a yes right off the bat. Now we're in the important part of this section, building the script. As you can tell in the script, I've left a lot of blank spaces and things written in red in parentheses, words written in red in parentheses. The reason why this is like this is because I want you to write the script. So I put a base, I gave you a base to start. Now I want you to write the script on how you talk. Everybody talks different. Everybody uses different slangs, right? So make it easy. Write the script in your own words. Interaction is key to getting prospects to trust you. Don't rush into your pitch. This will make you sound like a salesperson. Make sure you let your prospect know that you don't want to take up too much of their time and that you will be quick. Business owners get a lot of calls and emails every day. Respect their time. This will help you establish that very most important connection. So you would say something along the lines of, hi, don't forget to use the person's first name. Hi Joe, this is Eric with your business. I know you're a busy person, so I'll be brief. Right there, you're respecting their time. Then quickly state the value proposition and ask a qualifying question. You know, Joe, John, Peter, Paul, Mary, we provide, give them a value to your, give them the value of your company. So we provide value to a company like yours by helping them, and then short little brief description on how we can help them. Be upfront and put your prospect on the spot immediately by asking a question that will lower their guard. Well, first and foremost, let's ask you this. If I promise to only take 5 minutes of your time, or you can say something like this. I know you're busy running a business, so I won't keep you very long. Again, you're respecting their time. To them, their time is very valuable, and time is money. Number 4, if you don't ask for what you want, you'll never get it. This is where you ask, I'd like to send you a copy of my free report we created to help their type of business like yours. We've identified the top 10 signs why companies like yours are leaving business outside their doors. This free report is designed to help bring people to you, making your time and money better spent elsewhere. What is the best email I can send a report to? Handling objections. Congrats, the decision maker is on the phone, but most of the time the prospect immediately determines that you're a salesperson. They didn't even listen to a word you had to say. And of course, here comes your first objection. This type of brush out will happen more times than none, even to the best of the best. You'll hear stuff like, I'm not interested, or I've got that covered, don't call here again, a-hole. Most telemarketers get stumped here, and the call ends. 90% of salespeople, and I say salespeople, but this, you're considered salespeople, you're trying to sell them an appointment, fail at this very spot. But you're not that person. You will rehearse for hours before calling. You'll already have all the questions and answers that you need answered, right? So you're ready to push right through the objections, making you a top-notch salesperson. Here's 3 easy things to remember when you're brushing off an objection. Don't seem confrontational. Number 1. Take the original message and use it again, but tailor it to correspond with their objections. Do this without being very defensive or confrontational again. And you can only do this if you're well rehearsed and you know your product. Welcome their objections. Ask them, do you have any further questions? This shows you're willing and wanting to be honest, to listen, and that together you can surpass any obstacle. So here's an example of a common objection and how to handle it. The prospect will tell you, I'm not interested. You'll say, well, that's exactly why I'm calling. As a business owner, you're very busy and probably don't have a lot of time to get involved in all the details and headaches of marketing your business. And you know that's probably why you hired a person to work on it. But when was the last time you took a minute to analyze what you're currently doing to see if it's effectively working? Not to take any more of your time, I'd like to send you a copy of our free report and let you decide if what you read resembles what your business is doing. Does that sound fair? And at this point, you could keep adding on, or when you say, does that sound fair, and you get a yes, you would say, I have a 2:15 on Thursday or a 10 a.m. on Friday. Which one is good for you? Again, you're determining what time this call is going to take place, not them. Here's a different but common objective that you hear quite often. I don't have the time right now. So you would say, name of the prospect, again, use first name. I know you get approached by many people every day and you're very busy, as am I. And let them know, you know what, you're busy, but I'm busy too. There's a lot of people that want to talk to me. So I'm not here to waste your time. I'm confident that 30 minutes of your time is all I need to show you how my marketing plan can help your business stand out in today's market. Is that worth a small amount of your time? Yes. Great. Well, I have a 2:15 on Thursday and a 10 a.m. on Friday. Which one of these is good for you? You know, there's a lot of typical objections that you'll hear most of the time when you make a telephone call. You'll hear stuff like, I'm not interested. Just send me your information. We're all taken care of. I'm too busy, or I don't have the time, or we don't have the budget. That's one of the big ones. We don't have the budget. So here's an example of I'm not interested, which we just did a few of them, but here's an example. That's fine. Again, don't forget to put the person's first name. That's why it's blank. That's fine. Many people I speak with tell me the same thing as well. Again, you're agreeing with them, okay? You're letting them know that you understand their problem. But as they learn more about our services and they see what I can really do for them, they were glad they took the few minutes to talk to us. So one thing that would be a good fit for you is, and then you give them a quick benefit of what would be good for them. To take advantage of our free strategy session where we analyze your business and come up with a solution that you can then implement into your own business. Do you see how that could work for you? Again, you ask this question, do you see how that could work for you to get that yes that we're looking for? Here's another one. Just send your information. I'll be happy to get that out to you. Let me ask you a few more questions to make sure I have the correct information in my contacts. Then you ask a qualifying question. Just out of curiosity, if I could show you how to, and then explain how your services would benefit and help them, would you seriously consider using our service to help you? Again, this is very important, especially in the sales world. You ask a question, if I could do so and so, would you buy from us? Here's another example. We're all taken care of and happy. Or we're all taken care of and or happy. Well, I'm glad to hear you're taking the proper steps to marketing your business. Again, if you see a common theme here, we're always saying, wow, good job, we're happy to hear. You're almost boosting their ego. You're letting them know that it's okay. So I'm glad to hear you're taking a proper step to marketing your business. With that said, if you ever found it necessary to find another vendor, could I be the first one you contact to see how I can be of benefit to your needs? If you get a yes, great. I'll go ahead and send you some of my contact information. But do me a favor and keep it in your records so you'll have it handy when you need me, with your marketing efforts. Get all their contact information, then ask, great, just out of curiosity, Joe or John or Peter, Paul, Mary, whoever you're speaking with, use their first name. What would have to happen for you to want to contact a vendor? And then from there, qualify and expand on that answer. Here's the big one. We don't have the budget. This is where you need to play a little safe and sincere and acknowledge that they have a problem, right? So again, use the first name. I'm not ready to talk about money, and I wouldn't expect you to be ready to buy from someone you don't even know either. So let's do this. Give me a few minutes of your time, and let's see if our services would work for you. If it makes sense, then we can talk about how we can implement the marketing plan. Does that seem fair? Again, you're trying to get a yes with, does that seem fair? Yeah, that seems really fair. Man, that's awesome. That's the kind of answer you're looking for. Or Here, I put a second one in here because this is a very important one. So Joe, Paul, Peter, Mary, if I told you I had a way to turn $300 into $2,000 in a few months, you'd find a way to get me that money right now, wouldn't you? Well, yeah, and that's what you're hoping for. You're looking for that yes. Well, I can't begin to determine if I can make that happen unless you give me a few minutes of your time to determine if I could at least make that possible. Is that worth a few minutes of your time? Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, I'd love to see how I can turn $300 into $2,000. Well, there you go. Those are the type of answers that you want to hear, that you want to practice, so you can handle these objections that you'll hear almost every time you pick up the phone. The good old negative gatekeeper. You know, everybody deals with a negative gatekeeper. A negative gatekeeper could be a person you grab them on the bad time. They woke up on the wrong side of the bed that morning. So dealing with a gatekeeper is much easier than people make it out to be. They need to be treated with respect. They deserve it after all, right? And by doing this, that respectable gesture, you'll be amazed on how much it could actually come back and help you. So you'll hear the assistant say, well, Joe, John, Peter, Mary isn't here right now. Can I take a message? This is where you'll say, yes, I'd love to leave a message, but real quick, perhaps you can help me first. You've been working for a long time with the prospect's name. You're probably pretty close with them. Yeah, I'm pretty close with them. Okay. Well, that's great. Let me ask you, how is he or she handling their marketing? Find out that kind of information. Ask them, who are they using right now? How does the decision process work? When are they making that decision? When do they make their decisions? What's important to them? Or when is the best time to reach them? That's a very important one. Most people give up when faced with objection. The key is to make sure you don't get thrown off track the first time that prospect throws you a curveball. This is where your practice will pay off, and this is where you will become the top seller in your place of business. It's for the appointment setters, and again, appointment setting and telemarketing is the same thing. Don't start talking like a salesperson with a prospect to ask you a question. Be honest with your prospect and let them know that you're calling on behalf of an expert who can answer all the questions you might have. And actually, that's why I'm calling. I'm calling to see if I can set up a time to speak with our expert. I have this day and that day. Which one works best for you? Sometimes you just have to revert to old school, which I said earlier. But the main question is, if I could, would you? If I can show you in a short amount of time how I can get you a new, fresh, flood of fresh new clients through your door, would you take the call? Or is it a bad time? Again, you're acknowledging that their time is worth a lot of money. Sometimes getting the first no out of the way is the most important part. So by asking them, is this a bad time? If they say no, that's considered a positive no. That means, I'm not busy, but I'd like to hear what you have to say. So don't take too much of my time. This will help you actually get a warmer second call. Always ask for the appointment. Always ask for the appointment. I cannot say this enough. Always ask for the appointment. If you don't ask for the appointment, you will never get it. How can somebody give you an appointment if you don't ask for it? So you can say stuff like, can I put you down for 10 minutes? Is there a way I can compete for your business? Or I'd love to at least send you some information. Can I email you or have my boss call you in a few days? An example of a script would be, this is so-and-so and I work with this company in this town. Did I catch you at a bad time? No? Okay, I'll be brief. Then you ask a qualifying question. I have you as the person to talk to in your firm regarding marketing decisions. Yes. If you hear no, you'll say no. Okay, sorry. Who would I need to speak with about this? Or if you get a yes, you say, great. Are you currently using an online platform to market your business? Again, you ask that question. You're trying to get the answers that you're looking for. They'll say yes, more than likely. But what would it take for us to be able to compete for your business? Oh yeah, well, I'd like to send you my information. What's the best email I can send this to? And that concludes our training. What to take from this training. It's okay to make mistakes. Just learn from them. Let the mistakes make you a better, stronger telemarketer or appointment setter. And rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. This is the most important part of this manual, is to rehearse. Know the business like you know the back of your hand. And be yourself. Act like you do with your friends and family. Good luck. So this is what I would do when I'm training my telemarketing reps or sales rep. So go ahead and rewrite this packet, rewrite this training manual to fit your business needs, and then go ahead and train your staff just like I just did. You'll get a lot of questions at the end. Go ahead and tell them to wait till the end to answer all the questions you have, and this packet will help make your staff, your telemarketers, the best telemarketers around. So good luck, and thanks again.